Hey guys, welcome back. This is Val, and in today's video I'm going to do something a little bit different. I want to show you my new series of products called video backgrounds coming to DAZ very soon. And what these do, it's pre-filmed sequences that auto-update in DAZ. As you can see, you can scroll the timeline pretty fast back and forth, and it auto-updates the background. As you design your scene during preview, but also during rendering, right? So once you just, add one of these presets and just pick live preview 2K or 4K, you can then just scrub or move the playhead and it will automatically move and update the background. Now, as you can see, this is now 4K, right? And if you switch to 2K, it switches to 2K. You can also turn off the preview. And there are different sets. There's this one called Rocky Beach. And by the way, these come with complete DAZ Studio camera, lighting, and shadow matching. So I'm going to show you that in a moment. Another set here. If you want to change set, you want to remove the camera and any other items, keep these two, right? Just remove them and kind of load a different set. And off you go. This one is pretty cool. Awesome, right? Now, as I said, these come with camera matching, right? So if you throw in an object, I'm just going to add a small cube, 1 meter in size, it automatically loads into the scene. And it says here, scale items to 90% size. So different sets have different scale. In this case, it's 90. So just click on your cube in this case, and go to scale, enter 90. Now you can now grab this item. Cameras are locked, so you cannot move the camera because it's kind of following what the video is pre-recorded, right? You won't have kind of perfect matching and all that, right? And however, when you render this out with your character, you can then zoom out in the video editing software. I'm going to show you that in a moment. Now, a cube was a very dumb idea. It's very bright. Let's load a character, right? Now here we have a Tara HD character, and I just loaded her into the scene, and it's very easy to adjust your character. So you simply shift their position and it's ready to render off the bat. You don't need to adjust anything. Lighting is already matched, shadows already matched, and just you can move the playhead and it automatically updates your okay, this one was actually moving. I had this character walking in a different sequence. I'm going to show her walking in a minute. So basically, and if you just want to, face the sun, you can rotate her. Pretty cool, right? And you can move her closer. And she will always match the camera. Now, if you want to change the set again, so let's remove these, right? And go to a different setting. So I'm gonna now load one called Beach, O1, load, and preview. And I'll switch to the camera. There we go, right? So we have a different set with different lighting, different shadows, already pre-matched and ready to render. And same thing here, you can just, it says here, scale items to 80. In this case, I want to just select her, scale to 80. There we go. Pretty much, I can just move her any way I like, and she will always match the lighting and the camera and so forth, right? Now, the thing is, so one additional set I want to show you, which is called Beach Sunset. So I'm going to just remove these two, load the Beach Sunset. There we go, and switch to preview. Now we have moved her out of, scale to 120, right? We have moved her out of her resting position, right? So I'm gonna move her back so she kind of falls into place right about here. This is kind of like a darker scene, kind of sunset, and works beautifully with people on the beach and so forth. And this is, the camera is aligned properly, so you can have people walk along the edge of the water, and it would just, you know, scale properly and all that, right? If you check and look at, you know, the wireframe, it's aligned properly, so it has the correct height, correct focal length and all that, and angle towards the scene. Pretty cool. Now let me show you how this works with animation, right? Because this is the whole idea. Of course you can use it for stills, but the whole cool thing is to use it for animation. And just before going there, let me show you another set. There was snow here a while ago, so I took the camera and here rendered a cool set in a church setting. It's really cool looking. And now let me just reset her position so she ends up in the frame. And now here we've got to read again about the scale. Well, in this case it says scale to 100. All right, so we want to scale her now to 100. And different characters, different scenes will have different values. That's it. And everything matches, you know, the correct sun position, correct sun lighting, shadows and all that. It's pretty cool. So you can very easily switch sets, you know, different backgrounds and all that. And let me load a set where she actually walks on the beach. And so this set here, called Beach Clip 2, is a little bit special because it has a wooden deck here at the front, and it has actually two presets, one on the sand, one on the deck. This one here has darker shadows and all that. This one is a little bit different, and also they differ. If you take a look here, it says they have different cameras. One is on the beach and one is on the deck, and the one on the deck is higher. It has higher elevation, so it will look proper when you place characters here. They would actually scale pretty well here and against this railing. So scale items is 75, right? So if you have your characters, you want to have 75 here on size. Pretty cool. And what we want to do now is, if you now move the playhead, you can see that the water in the background shifts. This is now a little bit slower. We have an HD character, but the water auto updates and it just looks ready to render, right? So this is the cool thing. And you can use this for still images or animation. If you render image series, it's perfect for animation, right? And each of these have 900 frames, 30 frames per second in 4K resolution. There's also the original video file in 4K, 60 frames per second included. Should you choose to render against the transparent backdrop, because you can use that as well. You can, you know, turn off the live preview, all right, and just render against none. And let me just show you for a still image. If you do that, it will have kind of like a checkerboard backdrop now, which is the equivalent of being transparent, right? And what this means is that you can now import this into a video editing software and overlay with shadow and correct matching and all that on top of your video sequence. The one I mentioned is provided for you, right? So you can choose whether to just render inside DAZ Studio like this, or if you want to have the preview like so and render everything combined right inside DAZ Studio. Now, once this is, you know, kind of rendered, because it's so easy, you just, you know, add your character, add some kind of movement. If you need to add some simulation settings, if you have deforced clothing or hair, you can do that. And then you're kind of ready to render, right? It's all preset, ready to render out of the box. So there's no settings needed to be, no alignments and so forth, right? And by the way, when this is all done, I'm going to showcase now my new favorite video editing software. It's called Wondershare Filmora 14. And I've been using this now for quite a while, and I recently edited a video for my PlayStation 5 gaming channel, which I'm going to be opening soon. And the thing is, I'm kind of blown away with how easy this is to use. Let me show you. Let me create a new project, 69, just click on new project. And what we want to do is import our sequence we rendered inside DAZ Studio. And with that, I mean the JPEG image sequence, right? And I recommend you render using JPEG sequences, because if you get a power failure, you have up until that image saved. All right, so if you're rendering 2000 frames and you got a whatever power failure at frame 1999, the whole video file is gone. However, if you render using image sequence, you can just, you know, render that final image, right? And by the way, there's additional benefits of image sequences, one of which is you can easily re-render a single frame. Say frame 50 looks like crap, there's something wrong with it. Well, bring it back into DAZ Studio, re-render just that frame, and bring it back into the video editing software. So you just simply click on import. And very important, this software enables you to you know, import image sequences. However, it does not work with PNG. This one here is a PNG, my first render, right? And it does not allow to select the image sequence here. But as you select this one, which is a JPEG, okay, that is then possible to select image sequence and click on open. Pretty cool. Now I want to set project settings to the ones we have in DAZ, which is basically 30 frames per second. I'm just going to use this HD resolution and click on OK. And now all you do is grab this into your timeline, and this is it. Now I can play it back. Pretty cool, right? This is awesome. All right, so the thing is, what I love about this software, it has first of all, a ton AI tools that are insane, like, you know, speech, auto titling, this scripting of this. It's so much. I'm not gonna cover it because frankly I don't use it. I'm gonna do a separate video about that later on. I'm just, you know, just so you know, there is a so insane amount of stuff you can do with this software. I'm just blown away. Now, what I love the most about it is it's so simple to use. First of all, once you add it here, if you want to add more, you know, like layers or video tracks or audio tracks, just right click and choose add video track or audio track, right? It's very easy. Right about here at the top is the playhead, back and forth, right? Now, what you also can do up here, it says player, full quality, 1/2 quality, and 1/4 quality. This is great if you have a huge 4K render or animation or whatever, and you want to just bring it down a little bit, or if you have a lot of, you know, effects added. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. If you have a lot of effects, layer upon layer upon layer, you can just select a lesser quality or size so that it's much quicker to preview, right? Very cool. Now at the very bottom here, you got this kind of jewel thing, and that's what you see out of your entire timeline. So you can zoom in and zoom out. And also you can click here to kind of go back and forth to where you want to be, right? So it's, I mean, the user interface, it's impressive. It's so simple, right? Now, each layer has here a blending mode. Remember from Photoshop, we got normal, darken, multiply, lighten, screen, all that. This is great if you want to mix some effects on top of what you have here. And like I said, you can add music. You just import music and throw it in onto your audio track, right? You got, you know, stock media. You can get an extended subscription for this, which includes stock media, and that's insane. Because not only are you getting all this cool stuff here, you can get and blend. I mean, it's insane how much stuff you have, right? But not only that, you also have AI image. Like I said, it has a ton of stuff. You can generate stuff with it. I'm not gonna cover that right now because I haven't been using it, and I never just say, hey, here, use this because I've used it. I haven't, right? I haven't used the AI tools at all, so I'm not gonna cover them, but I know they go there, right? So next thing is audio. And what's impressive about audio, let me just throw in here, I'm not gonna play back audio so we can hear it, but I'm just gonna, you know, again, text to speech, there is a ton of cool stuff here, sound effects, there is, you know, included, you know, sound effects and music for you. It's insane how much stuff you can have here. This is everything you need for high quality production, whether it's for fun, for animation, professional, for YouTube, whatever. It's, I mean, I think this is the best software out there for the amount of money. There is nothing that compares to this, and I've been using a lot through the years. I've been editing and playing with video for like 35 years, so I know this is just great, right? Now let me go back and just throw in here a little bit quick for sound, because I want to show you something. So here is some music for, as you can see, for my PS5 channel. I'm just gonna load whatever because it doesn't really matter, because I just want to show you what happens when you add an audio track, is that you get a ton of options here on the right, which are really impressive. When you have speech or voiceover, if you're talking, you can have auto normalization, right? It kind of automatically, you know, if you're talking a little bit lower, you can make it higher, and if you're talking too high, it will automatically suppress that. You have AI voice enhancer. This thing here is insane, and I have to tell you that again, it's insane. I use this on my own voice in the PlayStation demo video, and it's incredible, just incredible. You get clarity, so you can hear what you're actually saying, even though there's music in the background. And you can also have a more beautiful, like a beautification voice thingy here that just makes it more Hollywood-ish. Don't overuse that because it kind of changes how you sound, right? You got wind removal. I mean, look at that. Noise removal. It's wow, right? I mean, normally video editing software at this price range doesn't have those things. It's just not there, right? So again, I'm not gonna cover audio right now because I mean, you can here throw in, adjust, you know, stuff, speed, split audio and all that. There is a ton of stuff. One function I love is adding keyframes. If you just move the playhead here and you have the audio track selected. By the way, you can, you know, adjust the size of these, right? So you can get more. See how easy it is to use, right? Wow. So here you can add a keyframe right about there, right? Then I can move the playhead over here and add another keyframe. Now I have two. Wow, I love these, right? And basically you can then grab one of them and lower the volume. See how easy it is? It's so, I mean, I just love this software. It's insane. And there are auto functions. You know, you can auto fade. There is like transitions, effects. I mean, it never ends. It has so much stuff packed into it. I could spend 5 hours explaining it all, and I haven't even used more than 1% of the software. It's just incredible. So guys, what's another thing that's really shockingly impressive? You have all kinds of titles. Look at that. Title effects, 3D effects. I mean, you have all kinds of cool stuff, right? And these are moving, these are animated. Do you know how much it costs to create something like this? It's insane. And when you add these, you can change the text, right? If you add this to your timeline, you can right click on it. Sorry about that. You can right click and select advanced edit, for instance, and you have full control over here. You can enter the text, my text, or whatever you want, and it's so just click on apply, right? And you have in effects, out effects, and all that. So it's just incredible. It's just incredible. And by the way, this now is an additional layer. So if you click on this layer, right? Remember what I did mention before? This video now, first of all, you have opacity, which is very easy to use, and you have the blending mode. I mean, come on. It's so easy. It's ridiculous, right? But what's cool, obviously you have transitions, which is like what happens between two clips, where you have fade effects, I mean, and the thing is, it never ends. They have so much stuff. I can just scroll through all this for hours and just, oh my God, it never ends. There is so much stuff packed into the software, like it should be, I don't know, 10 times its cost. It's ridiculous how much there is here. Now, effects. Now we're talking. Look at this, New Blue FX, Boris FX. These are the best on the planet. These are the best on the planet. And you have them here. They are included. And you got these stylizers, essential, filters, and it never ends. You can just, scroll and scroll and scroll. And the thing is, if you just want to, for instance, enhance this scenery, there is a bunch of stuff you can do. For instance, you can have cinematic flares. Let's add that. That's pretty cool, right? You can just add it on top, stretch it, and it's done. It's there. You can just play it. It's in your scene, right? So it's kind of insane. I mean, wow. All right, let me remove that and expand this a little bit so we can see more of these. There is so much stuff. Like I said, I was, recently just scrolling through this. I was just, oh my gosh, there is so much cool stuff. And it's insane. Look at this. You got light effects. These like sun ray effects, right? Look at this. These are beautiful. Right? So you can go ahead and throw that in here and it's there. Rescale. Look at that. This is incredible. So easy to use. And you've got, remember, you can always, just an example, I'm going to just throw this one in here, a little bit short. You can always, adjust these here, like opacity, how much you want that. You can scale them, like really. You can position them up and down. I mean, it's so breathtaking, this software. You can adjust hue here on command. I have no words to describe how excited I am about this software. I think you can hear that, right? I can't fake that. It's impossible. Look at this. This is breathtaking. Breathtaking. I mean, you can create so much cool stuff. What you also have, which is really cool, is let me just locate that. And these are effects, right? You also have filters. And one I really love is you got these cinematic kind of things, right? And they often change, as you can see, how your colors look like, how they behave and all that, right? And this is really cool because it doesn't take much to just shift what you have from DAZ or whatever you have, right? And just add whatever you want to add here. It's just so easy. And remember, you don't have to sell just for one. Let's say we grab one of these, just for instance, let's take the Joker one. All right, I'm gonna just expand it. You don't have to settle for one, my friend. This is what's so insane about the software, because you can just go ahead and say, well, I kind of like this one. All right, well, I love this one. You throw that in on an additional layer and expand it, and it's virtually unlimited. and you adjust the opacity. I mean, come on, where can you do all this that quickly? I mean, geez, this software shouldn't exist. It's just insane. You know, I've been using Sony Vegas for a long time, and I think I give up on that software. Well, Sony did that too, right? They kind of give up that software solely to Magics. But this software, Wondershare Filmora 14, is the best software I've seen in my entire life. And I've been editing for 35 years. It's so quick, so easy, it has so much effects that are all customable to whatever you want, and it's just insane. Plus all the AI tools. So this, and you have stickers. I mean, come on. You know, it's incredible. These are effects you can throw in on top. All right. So let's say you want to have this one here. Like, really? Come on. I mean, you can just laugh about it. It's so much cool stuff. Arrows, like emojis. I mean, come on. Just these packages are kind of like priceless. So guys, as you can see, I'm pretty excited. You also have templates. These are like ready, you know, end screens or intros or Christmas themes or business or whatever you're doing, and everything is customizable. Can't pronounce that word. You can customize it, right? You get the point. And you can change the text and move things around. It's incredible. So guys, I hope you're excited about these upcoming video backgrounds. As you can see, they are pretty easy to use, right? Super quick to use. No fuss about them, just load a character and render straight out. Move them like into such a cool software like this one, Wondershare Filmora. And you can just apply whatever you want and render it out. It's so easy, so quick. And so guys, there is a link below this video, which is an affiliate link. And if you buy Filmora through that link, I get a small share. Which is something that helps me and supports my YouTube channel here, so I can continue create free content for you, which I love doing. But it's always a fun thing to just get something extra, just so you can, you know, continue and keep playing. Actually, I call this kind of playing around, goofing around, because I mean, look at this. I gotta stop right now because I can just get lost in this software. I can get lost inside it because it's so much cool stuff in here that it's insane. Like I said, this software should not exist. The amount of stuff you have in it is insane. Go get it. You can try it out for free, but I think you cannot render actually, and there is some limitation on what you can do. Plus, I think there is some kind of, I think it's a limitation. You can't actually render out and save your projects. But you can try it out for free, right? So guys, that's pretty much all. This video turned out a little bit longer than usual because I'm kind of got excited about this. And I think it's wonderful that it works so nice with DAZ content. We can just import straight in here and, you know, edit your clips together, right? I didn't actually show you editing because it's super easy to edit. You just enter an endpoint or in point. You can move things around. You have something called here Magic Snap here. Magnetic Timeline. Magnetic Timeline is something I recommend you do not use. It pretty much means that if you have multiple clips, let me just show you one more. Let's copy that, right? If you have multiple clips and you have this on, it will automatically, let me just see which one this was here. It will automatically snap items together like that, right? I don't like that. I want things to be moved manually. I want to have control, what I select here and so forth, right? So guys, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Have fun with the upcoming video backgrounds. They are coming out really soon, and there is a special surprise when they come out. So be sure to check my DAZ store when they come out, because you're gonna be surprised. There's a Christmas, kind of like a gift from me. And go ahead and check this out, the Wondershare Filmora. It's incredible. So guys, I need to stop, take a breather, and take a cup of coffee, I think, or maybe two, and I'll see you soon again.